What about Rochester made it such a great place for you and other original comedians, performers to thrive? What about Rochester makes that work?
Okay, I am going to say two names was Timothy Draper, who was the OG ballet divo, and Garth Fagan. I went to Brockport High School and they had a 313 program. If you had grades high enough when you were a senior, you could leave half day and take college classes at SUNY Brockport. So I took class, of course, with Garth Fagan and Mr. Draper. And I got my butt kicked by them. They were just like over the top and I loved it. They were, go on the floor. No, do it again. Do it, do that. And for me, my parents were like, this is a test. If you can handle this. On top of, I also train at Performance Plus Dance Studio, and I was there all the time. I got a job there as an assistant teacher to help pay for the lessons. This training between Performance Plus Dance Studio, Garth Fagan, Timothy Draper, and very supportive parents, that base has taken me all the way here. Without that, I don't know. I'm like, wow. And all the bakeries, Grideria's was always our favorite bakeries. Etna's, I love their cannoli. We got to talk about food. Come on.
It's true. Like you can't perform without fuel. It's true.
No, and Wegmans, I love Wegmans. It's not just a store. It's like a lifestyle. You go on the one in Monroe Avenue. You're just like, oh, hi. You're like,
I grew up like 5 minutes from that Wegmans, so I know.
Good one.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
It's good. Okay. We've talked a lot about what you have done. This question is about what you want to do or what you will do. What is the next thing that you want to accomplish, the next feather in your hat that you're looking to do in your career?
Well, this show, I had mentioned briefly John Leguizamo and Billy Crystal as two of my I love them. I really love specifically their one-man shows. I'm really in awe of them. And they were able to encompass their stories and have it be funny, but heartfelt, but then take it to Broadway. So I would love to take this show to Broadway for however long of a run. I would love to film it, and I would love for it to live on HBO.
We'll get this to them. Yeah.
Exactly. And then also my husband and I have been working on a series kind of about two comedians from two very different worlds, different religious backgrounds, kind of living together. So we have that in the pipeline as well. But that's kind of both of us. For both of us, we're like, oh, that's going to be the series that we really want to film in this coming year. And when we were in lockdown, oh yeah, we have a lot of material. We're like, hey man, put it in your art. Don't let it go in vain. So we've been writing a lot. So those are the two ones.
Beautiful. And one more. Do you have any advice for aspiring artists, comedians, or performers?
Oh my gosh, yes. I definitely do. And I think so many people when I was young, except my parents, which is interesting, told me, oh, it's going to be too hard. Oh, it's going to be too hard. How are you going to pay your rent? How are you going to do this? And you have to and you appreciate that sometimes people are just genuinely concerned. But if you have this passion and that's all you can think about and you love it so much, you have to follow it. And I did. I was on the fence about whether or not to get a degree, because for me, I was like out of the gate. I was like, I'm 17, I want to go to Broadway. And my parents were just like, no, you have to go to school. And I'm very grateful that I did, because now I have my master's and now I can teach anywhere in the world. I teach theater, I teach dance, I teach comedy. And I started first comedy school in the Middle East because of that degree. And a lot of people were like, oh, an arts degree ain't going to do anything for you. I'm living proof. It definitely does. And you need it. You need an MFA to be able to teach. and kind of give it back. And another thing is to always write. Don't get lazy. You cannot get lazy. I use notes on my phone. Every time I see something funny or think of a funny line, or a frustrating experience happens, or sometimes it's just something so beautiful, I need to take a picture of it. But you have to document it or else it's gone forever. So just keep writing down these ideas and then get your butt in the studio and don't get lazy. That's my advice.